It's something. But we're back, Candy. This is, by the way, is Candy your real name or is that a nickname?
My real name's Candace, but yeah, Candy's
Oh,
the
okay.
nickname.
Well, same thing. Yeah, Candace, Candy. Okay. Well, before we're done, don't let me forget to give you my theory about where at least some of this is coming from with K-Pro and Christy and maybe some of the other people.
Okay. So, last night was where things really took an ugly turn.
Yeah.
So, like, for one thing, I got really upset in Ben and Ashley's chat last night because a searcher was saying that I was no better than Christy for when I went live on Street's channel the other day and was telling them all the stuff that I found out Christy did to me.
Right.
And I was just like, that is beyond. So I just started dishing all of it out. And I wasn't hiding anything. I'm like, all the details. Next thing you know, Ben tells us that Ashley was in fact drugged at World Series of Fenn.
Holy moly.
It happened when she was at the bar or when she went up to a private suite with Shannon and Cynthia.
Wow.
So I'm not saying anything because I'm not an idiot, but I mean, try and connect the dots. I don't know. Like, right before all this happened, there is like a huge feud between Christy and Ashley, and it's like unforgivable shit type thing. Okay, so I don't know what happened. I'm hoping that they can figure it out. I know Ben already said he's done all the legal precautions. He went to security right the moment he found out. They took blood tests, everything. So it's like, it's not a laughing matter.
Oh, hell no, it's not a laughing matter. No, I knew a girl that got.
I've been drugged before in my life. I've been drugged.
You know, that's
I
a
know
sick.
exactly what
That's
happens
a
and
that's
how
a
it
sick.
feels.
That's a sick thing because I worked with someone, and I also knew her outside of work. And she got roofied right here in Columbia, South Carolina, at a bar. I mean, it's just like, this is normal now that you put stuff in girls' drinks and see what happens? It's crazy.
Well, so not only does K-Bro go into chat when Ben's talking about this and I'm talking about everything that happened,
right?
She actually says, Ben, you're silly for thinking that that Ashley was drugged. Like, I took the screenshot of it and everything. Like, who fucking says something like that, right? But when I'm talking in the chat with others about everything that I found out that Christy did, that she was behind orchestrating all this shit, right? She's even more dumb. And she goes into chat, and she was just claiming, right, that she doesn't know anything. Well, then she goes and says, Indy, no matter how drunk I get, the video you talk about, smiley face, prove it. Show the video. Dear Lord, you want to show that? Laugh out loud.
Wow, this is very vengeful stuff.
And then she goes on to say, show it live. My goodness, the videos. We've got all the screenshots. I can send it all to you if you want to add it to your video.
Yeah. Well, some of them, yeah, I'll look through them and I'll add them as you talk. We'll see them. Go for it.
Yeah, and then she goes and says, this is what, oh, fuck, this made my blood boil. Indy, I want peace with all, but photos and videos you admit to have out there, sorry. It is out there, but the men have said just stop. Just stop sharing them. Yucky.
Yeah, this is very catty. Now we're catty.
Yeah, and then it gets better because she says, those who say Forrest is a predator for wanting photos with searchers is oddly aligned to those who now admit they have photos. Oh my, no idea. But it seems that the hate channels, like, she's getting drunk at this point, are saying. So, like, Ben's reading all this shit while it's being typed in chat, and he's just like, what the fuck? Like, she all of a sudden is just, like, shit-faced, right? And the thing with people, like, what people need to understand is a couple of months ago, everyone saw where basically it was like World War III, right, in YouTube?
Right.
Where I found out what was done to Mindy, and
right.
I realized K-Bro is an evil fucking human being, and Mindy was the target of that, just like how I'm now a target of it.
Mindy Fowler, who's a good friend, very, very good friend of yours.
Yeah, Mindy Fossey.
I'm sorry, Mindy Fossey. Folks, I'm not alls up on it. Mindy Fossey, and you guys are very good friends.
Yes, and she's the one I brought to Vegas with, and there's just a whole story on that. Anyways, the whole reason why Mindy ended up leaving the chase along with other searchers is because of Christy. So Mindy was one of the original OG searchers that was always hanging out with like Stephanie, Fenn, Marty, and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, there's this really fucked up rumor going around saying that Fenn drugged and raped women, basically.
I remember that.
How fucked is that?
Yeah, I remember that. Which I would not believe under any circumstances, knowing Fenn.
Neither would I. And
no, it's crazy.
Point, though.
No, it's crazy.
Because this rumor was put out there and circulated, that is why so many people in the community showed so much hate towards Mindy, because they believed it was her. And what they don't understand, and I have screenshots for it, it was Christy. Christy was the one that spread those rumors. She was the one saying that Fenn was Bill Cosby and that he raped women and all kinds of shit.
Wow.
And what people don't understand, too, is that people were trying to blackmail Mindy. They were threatening her. They were saying they were going to take her kids away from her. Like, these are some seriously fucked up allegations, okay?
Wow.
And Mindy was just so graceful about all of this. And I had her on my channel one time where she finally just broke down and was crying and saying everything that she had to go through over the years. And what's even more fucked up is when I was so-called friends with Christy, I was horrible to Mindy, and I apologize, and I will to this day still apologize, because I believed what Christy was telling me, and I believed that Mindy was a terrible human being, that she was going after my friend Forrest. And it wasn't until after all this shit that I finally realized what was really going on, who was pulling the strings, and Mindy, she was fucking innocent. And it's sad that even though I shared all of this, and people finally were like, okay, I will judge Mindy on my own impression versus what's being told about her, right?
Right.
It still didn't really take effect. What started to really take effect was when Christy fucked up on her own and went after Susie Fennhaven. That is when people started to really see what was going on. And I'm not that person where it's like, I'm gonna take you down, I'm gonna ruin you, nothing like that. I'm always trying to save your sorry ass, no matter what you do to me. But after this, after World Series of Fenn, after the shit that I found out that she did to me last year at the wedding between me and DJ, and how she continuously interjects herself in people's private business that has nothing to do with her, how she interjects about Amy Seeks. Have you seen Amy Seeks lately, Eric? Do you know where she went?
No, I heard she kind of went into hiding.
Yeah, that's because Christy spread a rumor saying that Amy Seeks was a homewrecker.
So this goes, well, again, do not let me, she's on my list, so do not let me forget about my theory before we're done here today. Because it's very basic to human nature. About why there's this vengefulness with you. And now I'm hearing Amy. And I'm hearing Ashley. And before I even started this interview today, I was going to make a point about you, and I was going to include Amy and Ashley. And I find it so amazing that you've mentioned them. The three of you are now being, what's the word?
Targeted?
What was that? Targeted, yes. Do you want to hear my theory?
Yes.
You guys are cute. I mean, I know this sounds stupid, but I was thinking about it and I thought, what is it with Candy and Cynthia and Christy? And I thought, Candy's cute. She's got a nice bod. I saw you up. You said that one time because you were making a comment and you were kind of saying, okay, what's wrong with that if I have a nice bod? I saw you in the karaoke. And I said, I think part of this is old-fashioned jealousy. I think these women are jealous of you. And you know how it is with men and women, they might be saying things behind the scenes, like, well, Candy looked nice tonight. And maybe these insecure women, I don't know what Christy's like. I don't know what Cynthia's like. And then I thought, what other women in the Chase really would I consider in my advanced age, but nothing changes over the years. Beauty is beauty. And I thought, Ashley and Amy to me are attractive. And I just think you've got something going on here, very basic. They are jealous of you. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The reason why Christy targeted Amy was because, you know that stupid GPS bullshit went down with Netflix?
Yeah.
They ended up replacing Christy with Amy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's one thing which she was just livid about. So next thing you know,
okay,
you've got Christy saying the sob story, saying that Amy Seeks sent an email to Mike, basically trying to break them up, like insinuating she was a homewrecker.
Well, there you go again.
I believed her.
Oh.
And I was mean to Amy. I was like, you're an asshole for doing what you did. And then when I finally found out what happened, because a searcher in the community is close to Amy, they saw the email, they know that's nothing at all what happened. And what people need to realize is that anytime Christy gets a sliver of truth, she manipulates it to the point that you can't even recognize the truth anymore.
Right.
So I reached out to Amy. I apologized to her, but it doesn't matter. The damage is done. She's gone out of the community. It's not worth it. It's not worth your mental health. It's not worth your emotions.
And she had a really good approach because she was cute. She was giggly. She was non-offensive, very non-offensive, almost overly polite in her podcast. And so now she's gone. Well, I knew that she had left, and I had seen a comment somewhere that she had kind of ducked out because of the pressure or something.
Oh, no, okay, so I'm not going to go on record about this. I'm going to say this is allegedly.
Okay.
But allegedly, Christy has stuff on certain searchers in the community, including Justin, and that keeps them from going against her.
Oh my God.
And I believe, in my opinion, that is what she was trying to do with me, with this video, with the photos and everything. She was trying to humiliate me, thinking that she could control me, but I've said it time and time again, and I'll say it again. I will destroy myself before I ever let anyone control me, ever. So the moment I started seeing that this was going around, connecting the dots, that's why I went public with it. It's not for attention. It's not for drama. It's not for Netflix. None of that shit. It's because I'm a decent human being, and I cannot be bought. There's no way in hell I cannot be bought, and that's what scares the shit out of them.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty scary. That's kind of like freedom's nothing left to lose. You can pretty much do whatever you want. If you feel like you got nothing left to lose, I mean, you're dangerous.
Well, so, I'm still trying to this day figure out why Forrest wanted me on YouTube. Because I was just a nerd searcher that wanted to talk about how I was interpreting the clues, right? That's why I started my channel.
That's part of my theory. I think Forrest did like attractive women around, especially young women. You're a young woman. I think he saw you and he was kind of like, oh, here's a cute young woman. Let's make her part of my group. I mean, that's classic Forrest. I'm not knocking him for it. That's how men are kind of wired. So
But that's why I think Forrest liked me, because I didn't fall for that shit.
Right.
I never fell for it. I told him every day, you remind me of my grandfather. He did. He reminded me of my grandfather.
Right.
And I understand, because I've worked in the sales industry before, and when you're on the phone, you deal with a lot of crude-ass people.
Oh, sure.
I'm saying, preepy people, raunchy people, and they're always really old, too. And it's yes, it's pushing the boundaries, but they're just lonely old people, and it's okay, look, I understand, you got to get that out there, you want to say that, but you cannot speak to me that way.
Right.
And so when he got, he just got a little bit weird with me once, I completely told him, hey, look, you were like my grandfather, you are an idol to me, shut it down. And it never got weird after that. He always treated me with respect. He loved that I reached out to him and talked about like basically daily life and interpreting different ideas. And I would always send him updates about my cult research and the chess motif and stuff like that.
Right.
I love shit like that.
Oh, I have no doubt. I think it's all part of a package, yeah. But I mean, that's part of what you never quite. I mean, I know it sounds extremely simple, but I think at least on some level, there's, you know, especially with the jealousy factor. I mean, I think that's part of what's going on here. That's why I see this very personal, kind of like, you know, the way Cynthia approached you. Oh, you have really nice tits, you know, and it's just like,
she said, you have beautiful breasts.
yeah, I mean, so, I mean, I don't know. I just see it's many levels here. That's all I guess I can say. But one of them is definitely jealousy, and when they watch this, they'll probably think, "Oh, this guy's an idiot." But no, I don't think so at all. I think some of these women are very insecure, and when they see other attractive women in the chase community, they almost subconsciously start targeting them. I mean, that's as old as time.
I completely agree. Because when you look at it, when the chase was, you know, just barely taking off, the OG searchers were Mindy, Stephanie, Marty, Cynthia, and a few others, right?
Yes.
And what happens? K-Bro comes in, and next thing you know, she's gunning for Stephanie, she's gunning for for Mindy and Marty and stuff.
Yep.
And next thing you know, she's trying to buy off Chase Chat. There's some legality shit going on. It got ugly, and it got ugly the moment K-Pro came into play.
Right. I have always been told, it's just funny when you have a certain kind of person who, you know, as I would get into the chase community and I would deal with different people who would talk to me, they were always like, oh man, watch that K-Pro though, she's dangerous. I was like, what? And then it just seems to be this theme that's been going on since I got involved in the chase. And of course, I've never even talked to her. But it's wild. I mean, to get a reputation like that.
No, honestly, the one thing that like terrifies me the most is that when someone can look you in the eyes, pretend that they genuinely care about you and say that they're your friend, while the whole time they're plotting and stabbing you in the back. Yeah,
that's some scary-minded shit. I agree. I've never been able to think like that. I'm too just in your face. I just say it out.
Yeah.
Those kind of people are. Yeah, they give you. They give you kind of.
The community actually judges us for that. They judge us for us being blatant, having no filter, telling him to go F off. Did you know telling someone to go fuck off is worse than spreading around unconsented photos and videos and fucking blackmailing people? Did you know that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy, and all the people connected to it, it's just like, I have no words. I'm trying to figure out the friendlies versus, I don't even know what the hell this is, but there's clearly something bigger and more sinister to this chase.
You know, I know, and that's what we got to talk about more, because you know that's where my heart is at. There's something very, very big going on behind the scenes with this chase. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is, but it is. Well, let me ask you this. So with the Netflix thing, I gave you my theory when we talked last night, and I said I had a friend who is convinced that the Netflix thing is going to basically be them documenting all of this search. What was that? All of this search drama. And it's going to be not a Tiger King level thing, but it's going to be more about all this stuff going on than the chase itself. And that will embarrass some people, and I don't know what it'll be like.
Well, see, this is the thing. Feel Love is basically the one who stepped on for project for the Netflix gig, right?
Okay.
And if you look at his background, he's known for something that's called Cocaine Island. And
Cocaine Island.
I've always watched reality shows. I know all about producers and all that stuff. And 9 times out of 10, when they say it's not about the drama, it's going to be about the drama.
Right. I
want to believe that, you know, the documentarians, the producers I've been talking to for the past year, they're not about the drama. And I mean, I reached out to them and I talked to them about my research and my connections, and I don't really bother myself with the drama unless I have to actually update them and tell them about certain situation.
Right.
But ever since last week that a certain person, wink wink, announced that Netflix wanted her in the show, I'm starting to reconsider that theory. I'm starting to think it's possible it might be like Tiger King. I mean, I've been told it's going to be like a family thing, right? Where it's going to be like 13 and up. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, because right before I found out all this shit and had a blow up with Cynthia, we were talking about Netflix again. And I said, aren't you done? You spent all summer last year up on the Madison doing filming, in Wyoming and then Montana. And she was like, no, we're doing filming again. Because I was trying to invite her to Luli's, camp out, because we're all trying to go up there, this summer.
Right.
And I was being nice, and I was just thinking she's a genuine human being. And I was like, hey, we're going to be up there from the 3rd to the 7th. Are you going to be there? She's like, no, I can't be there. I'll just wait till Netflix has me up there, and then I'll have them pay for my lodging. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, why are you filming again? You spent all last summer up there. Oh, no, they're doing it all over. It's brand new. It's wiped. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I get that, storylines change, but it went from, one certain idea to now it's, something else. And then last night we found out there's an entirely other documentary that none of us, until recently, I have heard of, has been announced to the community, and it's huge.
Huh.
And it's just, Ben was talking about, it's tied to Douglas Preston, it's tied to the Codex, and what have I been doing for the past, few months, Eric? I've been screaming.
You've been researching all that.
Story.
You've been researching all that.
Yeah, because you take elements from the book, The Codex, which literally was basically Fenn went to Douglas Preston, told him his story, then decided, I'm not going to write your memoir. Then Fenn says that Douglas changed some of the story, and he decided to switch it to the Amazon. But it's all about the same thing, the Lost City of the Monkey God. We know in real fucking life, Preston found the Lost City of the Monkey God in 2015 in Honduras. It all links together. It shows that parts of the elements of the Codex is in fact Fenn's story. And that explains the pre-Columbian connections, the chess motif, Skippy's death. It's huge. And I'm like, I feel like me and Ben are the only ones over here fucking making connections, and the rest of the, Christy and them are just fucking coattailing it.
And they're also wasting their time being vengeful and doing revenge porn. Even though topless picture is not really that bad, but you know what I mean, whatever you want to call it when you take away someone's privacy.
Yeah, the point is, it's not about the photo, it's about the fact that they're trying to use it as a tool to humiliate.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, that you just put it perfectly. That's what I have not been able to articulate. They're trying to humiliate you because they know it does humiliate you. And that's what's important.
It's the same concept with Amy Seeks. They humiliated her out of the chase. We don't see her anymore. She's not in any projects. She doesn't go on YouTube. It's because she was humiliated out of the chase. And that was, in my opinion, their direct goal with me. They wanted to humiliate me out of the chase. So I stopped going live, so I wouldn't be a part of the documentary, so I stopped digging and connecting dots. But what they don't understand is that shit does not fly with me.
Right. Well, let me tell you something, that's why I called you. I was so impressed with your rant. I listened to that. It was quite riveting at times because of the way that you would kind of drop off, then drop back into, because it was like a soliloquy you were having with the listening audience. And the way that it came across, I tell people, you really should go listen to this, folks, because it will grab you. What she is saying about what was done to her. And when I heard it, I was very much touched by it, I guess you'd say. It really got to me, and I was like, damn, this is from the heart. This is really from the heart.
Yeah, I'm sick of people saying this is all staged, it's for Netflix. It's like, those are genuine tears. That's my face floating around in the community out there.
Right.
Do you not understand? I know about OnlyFans. I know about all that shit. I know if I wanted to do that, I can make a lot of money. But the thing is, I have respect for myself.
Whoa.
So
What? Hold it. You mentioned that last night, and I didn't follow up on that. What do you call that? OnlyFans?
Oh, I mean, there's just these different avenues where women share like videos and photos and shit, and they can make a lot of money, right? But the whole concept about a stranger, especially a creepy ass stranger that probably lives in his mom's basement, is disgusting to me. I don't want that shit.
No, but what's that
money I would get for it?
No, but what's that? I'm not familiar. What's that phrase? Only what?
OnlyFans. It's like some type of app where you sign up.
Oh.
Like I've had so many people say, "Oh, you should do an OnlyFans because you know you're young, you do this, and then it would pay money." And I'm like, you don't get it though. I don't whore myself out.
Right.
I have respect for myself.
I didn't even know what that was.
I was a dumbass. I shared my personal photo and video with someone I trusted because I was hurt. I was pissed off. I thought DJ was cheating on me at the time. I still think he was. And I just was having a little fun online. That's it. But
can you hold on for a second?
It does not give them the fucking right to share that shit. It does not give them the right to make that their business.
Don't lose that thought. I got to restart my video. Just hold on for a second. It felt like it wasn't going to turn on again. So, okay, folks, I was just explaining to Candy that, you know, part of what I do here is I do have video classes, which is why you're able to see kind of all the things that are going by, some of what are interesting. We are in downtown Columbia today. We went to the University of South Carolina. It's kind of a cool campus. We drove around. We're driving back to my side of Columbia, and so I was just telling Candy that we're probably getting close to my data storage on these classes. So we can do this again because this is such a big thing. So where are we at now? Oh, and I wanted to say something. I was going to kind of say to you, probably privately, I was going to say, you know, lawyers cost money. I was in a legal deal one time. It cost me up to about 40 grand. But it sounds like you're involved. Mindy is going to help with that.
Yeah, Mindy offered to back me, and Mindy also has a reason to come forward and press charges.
Wow, very, very interesting stuff here, Candy. Wow.
Yeah, and what's sad is I actually was the one that tried talking Mindy out of going to the lawyer because of all this stupid shit that just kept happening. And I feel like such a dick. And I need to apologize to so many people because I keep thinking, there's no way she's that evil. She's got to have a freaking soul deep down somewhere, right?
No, some people don't.
I convinced Susie to make up with Christy. I tried to get Ben and Ashley to make up with Christy. I tried Mindy to just forgive Christy. It's just like, I'm putting it on record right now. I am done saving her ass. And you will watch. She will destroy herself. I don't have to do anything. The only reason I'm taking this to legal is because of the female searchers that have photos on a hard drive that they're not even aware about. And the fact is that they will continue doing this to other people, setting them up, trying to put them in situations where they will be stuck doing what they want them to do if they don't want to lose their family, if they don't want it to be out there. There are already so many people in this community that already are being put in that situation. And I feel like they have too much to lose to come forward. And those people are the ones that have disappeared, the ones that don't like her. So people need to understand, do not trust anyone in this fucking community. Nobody. Trust nobody. Because she has minions everywhere.
That's wild. It's wild, and I can tell you that I have well, let's just say from personal experience, if some of you think that what Candy is saying is paranoia, I can tell you for a fact, from personal knowledge, that there are groups of bullies that get together. It can be an office place. It can be in your people you know from your life that do gang up on people, and they do. I mean, I've seen it in my life where they went after people, and one of the best ways to go after people is to humiliate them, to laugh them out, or embarrass them out of whatever the situation is these people want to control. It's a very real thing. It happens all the time. It's not paranoia. This is all happening. I am sure from listening to you, well, I mean, you have so much I call it evidence, but you're
Oh yeah, I have all of the evidence to back it up. I never say anything without the evidence.
And then, yeah, okay. Well, I think we probably need, so this thing just doesn't cut off in the middle of it, and people are going, what just happened to the video? We should probably wrap it up.
Is this live?
Huh?
Is this live right now?
Is it live? Well, no, it's not live. No, it's being recorded.
Okay.
No, that's what I meant. I only have so much storage space on my glasses. That's why I'm saying I've kind of got to wrap it up, because I think we probably got, I want to think we got over an hour straight, and that's a lot of video. Well, I know for you guys, but you guys go live all the time, but for recorded video, especially the glasses, that's a lot. So we can obviously talk privately also about this, but yeah, send me some screenshots that I can kind of sprinkle in with you know, with when you're mentioning things that through your text messages. Remember to please send some sort of a headshot that I can use to have up in the video so that people see what you look like. And that's I guess we're about at the end of the thing. It's been a great, I think it's been quite a talk. Man, this is like, what the hell? It is kind of like a minor version of Tiger King.
Well, like, what's so messed up is, like, we all thought we were signing up for a fun little adventure to find a box of gold, and it's like, we have literally unlocked Pandora's box, and since we're not on video anymore, I will say this, there are...
Oh, wait a minute. No, we're still shooting the video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, I can stop it now if you want. I had never...
No, you can keep it going.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, based on my research and what I've found, there is something so much deeper behind this and people behind this that we should actually be scared. There's some really serious, fucked up shit going on in the community, and Ben said it last night. It's called Chase Underground.
Well, this is what, remember I said back when the thing was found, I was having people contact me, and they were saying things like there were a group of people who were threatening Fenn in the background. They were blackmailing him. They had information on him, and that was part of what happened at the end of the chase, and part of what this person said at the time could have contributed to him committing suicide. I don't think any of us doubt he committed suicide. As Miriam DeFranzo said in one of our videos, remember Zoe said to the people that were there at the house, like the police, remember this is a big person in the community, so please be careful how you present it. And of course, what is there careful to present about if a person just has a heart attack? So the whole thing, I'm very sure he committed suicide. And there was that very dark background that people alerted me to that I've never discussed on camera.
I believe he committed suicide, but it wasn't because of anything sinister. It was based off of the research I've been collecting, based off the story, how it connects to the codex. There is something ritualistic tied to it, and I don't think Forrest was a bad person at all. I believe that he was trying to find the goodness through the darkness, and I believe he had to go through a lot of that darkness himself, and that is why he put on this chase. But
that's
really,
almost, you know what? That's almost a perfect place to end the recording. That's very well said. So I am going to go ahead and end the recording, but stay on the phone.
Okay.
Okay, so folks, that's it. I think it's been quite a compelling series of videos. We're probably going to have 3 or 4 videos, so hope you enjoy listening to it, and we'll talk later. Then let's plug it in.